Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for February 23rd, 2014. It's currently 8:30 a.m. It's going to be another beautiful day. Enjoy it while it lasts, because unfortunately, it's not going to last for much longer. Temperatures right now are in the upper 20s to lower 30s over the northern interior, mid 30s to lower 40s over the New York City metropolitan area. Quite a bit of a spread here. You can kind of tell exactly where the snowpack is strongest and where it is not. For example, Philadelphia is right now in the upper 30s to lower 40s. The New Jersey coast, mid 40s to lower 50s. Today's going to be another warm day with temperatures rising into the mid 50s for most locations. Southern New Jersey, upper 50s to possibly even a few lower 60s. Don't get used to this, like I said, because by tomorrow, rude awakening on the way. Now, the good news is that, well, for the most part, we're going to be dealing with tranquil weather conditions. But by tomorrow, it looks like we're going to be dealing with a little bit of rain and snow. Not a big deal, though, I don't think. This is going to be a really minor event. Now, let's take a look at the radar. And you can see here, for the most part, we're dealing with scattered rain and snow showers over the Ohio River Valley. Notice all the precipitation is locked down here along the Gulf Coast. For now, we have scattered cloud cover. We could see a few scattered showers later this afternoon and evening. The bulk of the precipitation will be for tomorrow morning. It'll be very light and scattered precipitation at that. Then the cold air comes in. Now, let me backtrack here and let me show you this. Way out here is where all your cold air is, out towards the Ohio River Valley. And really, what we're talking about as far as cold air is 20s and 30s in the morning. This isn't the brutal cold. I know a lot of people are talking about the polar vortex returning. Look, it's going to be nowhere near as cold as what we saw back in January because it was January. And what that basically means is that the sun angle is getting higher. We have more sunshine, therefore the air mass overall is warmer. So back to the infrared satellite picture, and you can see we have pretty much scattered cloud cover here. Not a major anything significant at all in the weather department for today. Temperatures again really warm, so enjoy them while you can. And then here we go. Here we have our disturbances lining up for this coming week. Now, when we take a look at the water vapor satellite picture, notice something very important for tomorrow. A lot of people are saying, hey, look, this is another southern stream disturbance. It could pick up moisture and produce more snow than what you're thinking for Monday and for Wednesday. Yes and no. I agree with that point for Wednesday, but not for tomorrow. And the reason why is that notice one key factor here. All the moisture is moving from west to east. It's not being drawn northward into this disturbance here. So what it's basically telling me here is that this pattern is separated. These disturbances are not interacting. The moisture is going to stay to the south, and this is a fast-moving disturbance. The next disturbance, which is kind of brewing over here, which is getting better model data, is looking not as impressive. The reason why is because this huge upper-level low, called the polar vortex, is going to suppress the pattern a bit, it looks like. We got to have more data, but right now this really doesn't look all that impressive for Wednesday. Its snowfall outputs don't look all that strong. The moisture advection or moisture transport from the Gulf of Mexico is not as impressive. It's more of a, I guess you call it a west to east or south-southwest to east-northeast type of trajectory here. It's really not all that impressive at this point. Don't want to let our guard down yet for the midweek, but right now, we've had worse storms, let's be honest. So let's take a look at the model guidance. First, we're going to use the NAM model guidance for today and for tomorrow, just to kind of prove a point here. So, again, today, very warm. That's kind of important. We have a very warm boundary layer, which means our roads are warm, our sidewalks are warm. Everything's melting. It's a puddle out there. Temperatures today, over the interior, upper 40s to lower 50s. Over the New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan areas, upper 40s to lower 50s, a few mid-50s mixed in there. And then along the New Jersey coast, we have less snow and a stronger southwesterly flow, mid-50s to lower 60s. You see that little 60 area right there. So It's going to be pretty warm out there again, much like yesterday. But again, where you have the bigger snow packs, that's where it's going to remain cooler because you have snow on the ground and it's cold. So there you go. The good news, though, no precipitation for this afternoon and evening, at least nothing of significant nature. Now, for tonight into tomorrow, we have cold air coming in, and yes, we do have some rain and snow showers. Why are they rain and snow showers? Because while the mid levels are more than cold enough for snow, the surface, not so much, with temperatures in the upper 30s. So that usually doesn't support much in the way of snowfall accumulation. Quite frankly, this is going to produce basically nothing to at most 2 inches on cold surfaces. Not a major deal, not a significant threat whatsoever, because it just doesn't have the moisture advection. The cold air is off as far as the timing of getting it in here. It's just not set up for snowfall. So, tomorrow, not that bad. Temperatures are in the upper 20s to lower 30s for lows in the morning, and then they rebound into the upper 30s to lower 40s for highs. Below normal for this time of year, but not brutally cold. Now, with the European model guidance, we move forward to Monday. Okay, so Monday again, we have dry conditions, and then for Tuesday, this is where it gets interesting because you see, on Monday, let's backtrack to today. Here's our disturbance right here. So it's starting to get fully sampled now, so we kind of get a better idea of what we're dealing with as far as the strength of this disturbance. It dives down towards the upper Midwest, or should I say the Northern Plains. Hello, my geography here. Okay, so it dives into the Northern Plains. Now, notice with this pattern, yeah, we have a ridge here, but it's not allowed to dig towards the southeast, like what we saw in previous models. Okay, this is not as strong of a disturbance, and this polar vortex here is kind of limiting the ability for this disturbance to really get its act together. So that by the time it reaches the East Coast, it's flatter, it's further out into the Atlantic. It's more of a progressive pattern, as really with a focus here on this pattern is really getting the cold air in here, not really interacting with the subtropical jet stream. So this storm, we still have to watch it for Wednesday, but right now, I'm looking at maybe a 2 to 4 to 3 to 6 type snowfall, if that. The pattern just isn't for a major storm. You have some blocking, but it's not. When it comes to winter storms, you have to have everything right. It's like being a figure skater. When you're doing one of those triple Lutz things that's on the TV, you have to have everything perfect or else you fall. Same situation with developing a winter storm. Everything has to come together just right. And right now, it doesn't look like it's come together just right. So for Tuesday, increasing clouds, temperatures in the upper teens to lower 20s, high temperatures in the lower to mid 30s. Wednesday, I'm looking at light snow here for right now. Could be a few moderate bursts. I'm going a little bit high, going with 3 to 6 inches of snow. Looks like it could be less. This does not look like a big storm right this time, but we have to watch it again and keep an eye on it. But now we're getting better sampling. We're kind of getting a better idea of the true nature of this potential storm. Temperatures on Wednesday in the lower to mid 20s, highs in the upper 20s to lower 30s. So clearly we have plenty of cold air in place. For Thursday, high pressure generally in control. Temperatures chilly, mid to upper teens for lows and mid 30s for highs. Friday, continued cold, high pressure in control. Now we're going to watch this disturbance here and this disturbance here. For now, it looks like they do not interact. So for Friday, look for upper teens to lower 20s, high temperatures in the lower to mid 30s. And then on Saturday, you see how they've remained separate here. And so therefore, this is rather weak and benign. And we end up with just a few scattered snow showers, if that, on Saturday, with temperatures warming up, lower to mid 20s for lows, and upper 30s to lower 40s for highs. So right now we might be dodging a bullet with some of these major storms. And it's because while the pattern is favorable, that doesn't mean it's a guarantee. And if you don't have these disturbances, like this one here, interacting at just the right time, like you see here, if this does not interact with the subtropical jet stream and pulling the moisture, and the polar vortex isn't set up just right, you get a weak storm, if that. And it looks like that might be transpiring for this upcoming week. Again, we'll have more and more data as we move forward. But right now, considering that we have great sampling of this disturbance here in the Pacific Northwest and around British Columbia and Canada, right now it does not look all that bad. So that's your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.